Oh, mercy, mercy, mercy. Look what the Alabama rig did now. Like taking candy from a baby. Throw it out there and catch meat. That's a bass.
You think it's a bass? I hope it's a bass.
I know it's a bass.
Yeah, look at that old large head.
Yes, sir. Right. That's what I'm talking about. That's the Alabama rig. I'm gonna tell you what, it's an amazing rig, and you won't believe how many quality fish you'll catch on it. And today, I got my good friend Andy Poss here, the inventor of the Alabama rig. He's gonna tell you exactly how to use it.
I'm Andy, I'm the inventor of the Alabama rig, which Mans is making for us now. And in the stores, it will come in a package like this, along with an accessory kit that will rig this rig out. I'm gonna open this one up and show you the way that I fish it. There's two ways you can fish this rig. You've got one wire, which is 1 inch longer, which is usually always your middle wire. There's two ways you can fish this. I can spread it like this, and I can fish topwater frogs, jigs, worms, preferably. That's what I do a lot with ledge fishing. You can also do the radial circumference rig, but you just bend your wires out like so and kind of ease into the bend. And you should have one that looks similar to this, which with the baits will look just like that. I'm going to show you now how to take this accessory pack. I'll open it up and put one on this rig, which these are Mans hard-nosed swim baits, best swim bait on the market. Basically need no glue to hold these heads on. Always come through the center body of the bait, push him up close to the head. Take your Alabama rig, open your quick connect clipped up, hook him on like so, do all 5 like that, and it should look just like so. Now I'm gonna let Paul tell you about the equipment you need to use to fish the Alabama rig.
All right, now that Andy got you through the setting up of the Alabama rig, I'm gonna take you through the kind of equipment you need to fish the Alabama rig properly. One thing you want to remember, that Alabama rig, you got 5 1/4-ounce heads, that's 1 1/4 ounces, and then you're going to add basically 5 swim baits to it when you're fishing swim baits on it. And so you're going to add another 1/4 ounce or more piece of bait with the baits, so you're going to end up with a 2.5 to 3.5 ounce rig at the very least. So you want to have a stout rod and reel when you go out there and fish with it. I use a 7-11, basically an 8-foot heavy flipping rod, and I use a gear ratio reel that's 6.4 to 4:1, so I can control the bait. When and the line is going to be heavy. You're going to use braided line. That's the smartest thing you can do, because it's not that you're worried about the fish breaking your line. It's because if you're going to fish it out there in the right places, you're going to hang it up some. So you want a good heavy line. I use 65-pound test braid when I'm throwing the Alabama rig. That way when I do hang it up, I can usually get it loose. I can bend a hook out or something in order to get that thing loose if it's really stuck. So you're doing some heavy fishing here. So go out there with the proper equipment, a heavy rod, a good reel, and heavy line, and you're gonna have a lot of fun with that Alabama rig. Andy, how in the world did you come up with this deal?
Well, I've spent a lot of time on the water too, and I travel a lot, what I do for a living outside this, and I was sitting in a motel room about 3 years ago, and I was watching an episode of The Blue Planet, and they were showing these tunas running through these sardines. And if you're watching, you'd notice that any of those sardines that busted out of that large bait ball, they had, no chance. And, it just clicked with me. I've seen that on the river where we fish, and especially in the fall of the year when schooling's going on. if they ever get any of those shad outside of that large bait ball, they seem to really key on them. So about 18 months ago, I was laid off and told Dad I had an idea. And we made a old rugged thing and went to the river. And of course, he looked at me and he said, "Son, this is your idea, but it looks like you got a lot of work." So over a period of the last 18 months, just a lot of trial and error, a lot of time spent out on the boat with wires and benders and just trying different things to get it to what it is today.
Is it a bass?
Yeah, it's a bass.
Heck yeah, good one too. Look at old Andy. Some bites on that thing are, they just try to take it out of your hand, and some are subtle, just like a little old jig bite. And that's what that was, like a jig bite that time.
Here you go, buddy.
I don't know if that's
slide
down or not.
That's an Alabama rig fish right there.
There's Nadine. Hey, unbelievable.
Oh, man, don't you back now.
Oh, mercy me, mercy me, mercy me. Nadine's got all kind of hooks with her.
Ain't got but one in her mouth, huh? Nadine.
That little old thing down in there, he might get eaten down there. Oh,
He was on the four and a half inch.
Ain't nothing to it. Get your Alabama rig, put your 5 jig heads on there and 5 hard-nosed swim baits. Throw it out there and catch meat.